Hello, my name is Dr. K, and my highest excitement is providing you with the tools, the strategies, and the technologies to help you evolve rapidly as conscious leaders in body, mind, and spirit so we can be the change that we've been waiting for. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this with someone you love, and I will see you in the next video. Hello, this is Dr. Kirkendall, and today I want to talk to you about the importance of really taking some time for yourself. You know, most of the time back in the United States, back in the cities, we are so busy, we are so overwhelmed with things to do, and we reach a certain point in our life where we just get overwhelmed, we get overcome, we feel like there's just far too much information. And you think about, just before the iPhone came out, not maybe 10 years ago, how much less information was actually being shared with you, how much was being emailed or tweeted or Facebooked and Instagrammed, and now you've got your online business and there's so much happening. And so we've really left behind where we came from as human beings. We came from this. This is not outside, that's not inside, that's something that we actually created. And I'm grateful for inside, and I'm grateful for outside, but we have to remember that at the end of the day, this is where our connection is. This is where our roots are. This is where we get quiet. So I encourage you, if you want to lead a more heart-led path, is to really take some time to go and sit with yourself. And when you sit with yourself, like a place out here, I'm about 30 miles out into a national forest here, you're extremely alone. You have a lot of time, and a lot of things can come up, like boredom or frustration or fear or doubt. And these are the things that are going on in your subconscious. These are the things that are going on in your psyche, that you're reaching for the Haagen-Dazs, that you're reaching for the alcohol or for the money, the work, for the girl or the relationship. And these are the things that are actually covering all that stuff up. And when you remove all of that, what you do is you just sit with whatever the emotion is that comes through. You'll feel it. You'll be like, oh man, I'm really bored. You know, and then it's like, okay, what's the thought? If I'm bored out here, I'm going to be all alone. And so what you want to do is you want to sit with boredom. You want to sit with aloneness. You want to sit with the fear and allow that to start falling off just by observing it, getting quiet, stilling your mind, and really reconnecting back into the nature that you're from. You'll be able to hear your heart speak. You'll be able to hear yourself speak, and you'll be able to start to let these things fall off. And when you notice that you're, oh, I'm bored, oh, I'm overwhelmed, or oh, I'm scared, I'm alone, what you want to do is really acknowledge them. And just like a child, you want to love that space because you deserve more love, not less. You know, unfortunately, you're not going to get this in a religion or church. You're not going to get in sports. You're not going to get in politics. The only way you're going to get to be able to get to the core of the consciousness hygiene and what's really driving you and what's ruling over your life is to come out into a place where you're truly, truly quiet and you can hear yourself. And when these show up, you sit with them and you just love each one of them, and you love that they're scared. You love it that they feel silly or that you feel silly. Really personify the emotions as a person, as a child, or as your father, as your higher self who already knows that all of this is working out. And as you begin to do, this stuff will flow off of you and fall off of you, just like the stream, just like the river behind me. It goes back into the earth and it's recycled. And by doing this, what we can begin to do is really feel our hearts speak. Maybe you are really fed by nature and you say, man, I want to be in nature more, you know, like actually at my work, I want to create something new at at the school I work at. I want to interject something new with the children. This is where newness is going to come, is from a space of clarity, from a space of connection, to getting in the water, to letting the sun hit your face, to letting the wind come through your hair. It's going to allow yourself to recenter. And so much of this burnout and so much of this anxiety that all of the patients I saw over the years were struggling with really results to resisting the thoughts, resisting the feelings, and deep down inside of all of those health things, you know, the diabetes type 2 comes from reaching for the donut and reaching for carbohydrate laden foods to fulfill something. Alcoholism comes from reaching for something, you know, work addiction and addiction to making money or being seen as a celebrity, you know, really comes from being seen as a celebrity or somebody who knows is somebody that feels insignificant or somebody that feels really unheard. And so you start to have all these things show up, but if you just allow them to be there, not make it wrong that they're there, this is an aspect of your consciousness, you're going to be able to let go and release and get to the core of these things so much easier, so much more resistance free, because the honest truth is this river is going to keep flowing behind me. It's nothing's going to stop it. It's just like your life. Until the day that your heart stops beating, you're going to be in the river of life, as the Zen Buddhists put it. And so you can either fight and struggle and hang on to the banks, or you can let go and the water is going to move really fast. It's going to take you down river. Yes, you don't know where you're going to go. So what do? You're going to love that. And you're going to say, man, I don't know where I'm going to go. I don't know where this river's taking me. If I just surrender into what my heart wants, to what my body wants. I feel like shit. I'm going into all these doctors like myself and telling them I don't know what's wrong with me. And the doctors a lot of times say, I don't know what's wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with your blood work. But what's happening is there's a deep sickness inside of your heart because there's a piece that's empty. There's a piece that's not being filled. There's a piece that's not being loved. So love it, acknowledge it, let it fall off, not to make it go away, not to make it like it doesn't need to be there. It's supposed to be there. This is your way of learning and growing on the University of Life we call planet Earth. And this is the way that you really get reconnected with yourself, reconnected with your trust, because now you don't feel the fear when you have these things come up. It stings less and less. And let me tell you, I'm going to guarantee you it's going to give you a much more open, expansive things that are going to show up in your life. You're going to be more open to the ones that feel good. You're going to learn to trust your clairvoyance in yourself to say, oh, I think I should go left, or I think I should go right. And that is what I feel so many people are missing. And that is my commitment over these last 2 years, traveling around the world. I had a unique experience and opportunity to do this. Not everybody has this opportunity to go and do something like this, and you don't need to go travel, but I'm saying take some time, sit under a tree if you live in a busy city and there's a park nearby. Take some time, realign, and then once those things fall off, start to ask yourself, what do you want? What fills your heart? What makes your body expand? What feels exciting? And so go towards the direction of those things, and that is the direction each day, day by day, as you let go more and more rocks in your backpack, which are the thoughts, the feelings, the stories, all of that old emotional baggage that's just making you feel anxious. And then you'll be able to, you'll have such a lighter load. You'll be able to walk so much easier through the path of life. Down, and you get in a canoe and you get into the river, and your path is going to be so much easier. And that is what I really want for you. So I want you to know I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. If this video was inspiring and empowering, make sure you share it with someone you love, like, subscribe, and click the bell so you don't miss a single thing, and I will see you in the next video.